Good morning. It's a beautiful morning in New Hampshire. A little bit of clouds. The sky is not quite completely clear, but it's at least it's not raining. So hello, today is Tuesday, and today it is okay. I'm driving by the gas station. It's $2.79 per gallon here in my town, which is um it's kind of low to medium for the prices that are in our area. I usually get gas at that gas station, and we're headed to school this morning. Hello, Kelly. Good to see you. I watched your video this morning, Kelly Tag. My friend teacher Kelly Tag on YouTube. She has lots of great videos for teachers and some car chats. And also, I did send you a video this morning all about teaching. I sent it to my daughter, Lily. She just graduated from college and she has a job, but um, you know, she doesn't really want to be a teacher. But I tried to tell her that it's good hours, it's good. You have your breaks, which is nice. You can take your summer off if you want to. There are possibilities for summers, but you also get those, the Christmas break and the other breaks in between. And it is a hard job, but she's actually a really good teacher. And she majored in psychology, but she wanted to go into occupational therapy and work with kids with disabilities and stuff. So she might be good for special ed. I don't know. But right now she does have a job, kind of like a counseling job, and working for a company. And so she's got that going for her this summer. But I'm thinking for future, and something to look into, to be aware of. And I tried to tell her, she does want to get her master's, so it might be a way that she can get her master's while she's working. So, there are lots of possibilities. And the other thing I like about the teaching profession, especially if you're young, they have benefits. Like, I didn't realize how good their benefits are. Some people work that job just for benefits, because in our town, I mean, they pay like 95% of their benefits, which is pretty amazing. Like, most places aren't doing that anymore. She could be an OT in the schools. Yeah, that's kind of what she was looking at. And so it's still something she could do, but I'm not exactly sure where her mind is going, but definitely exploring options. And I like to just kind of like share tips and, whatever they decide is their business. But I personally like the teacher schedule, and I like having that, like you said in the video, um, teaching, it changes every year. So if you're having a hard time one year, maybe there's some challenges that you're going through, it will change for the next year. And you can, make changes yourself, Um, I'm in my third school in the last like 11 years, and I'm really happy at this school myself. Yeah. And so, yes, speaking of schools, yesterday I went to school and it's Teacher Appreciation Week this week at our school. And we have our school is about 130 students, I think. So it's a small school, preschool all the way up to 12th grade. And I have a senior this year. I also teach math, 7th grade to 10th grade. And it's Teacher Appreciation Week. So we have some very talented people, parents, teachers. Our principal is very creative and very thoughtful. And so we walked in yesterday and we had a flower bar. I want to make a video about it. I just didn't have time yesterday. but they had a flower bar where they had all these like cut flowers, roses, carnations, all kinds of different flowers, and you could get a little vase and put your own flowers in it. It was so cool. So we had our flower bar, and then we also had coffee, tea, specialty items. I like just basically black coffee, so I'm a boring coffee drinker, but I do like a cute mug or, a little treat with it. So that's what we had yesterday. We had like little cookies and also chocolate covered strawberries. So it was so nice. I was away last week, so I am a parent. It's the parent group doing it. I'm also a teacher. I didn't do anything because I was gone for the 5 days before that. We drove all the way to South Carolina, all the way back, and I was exhausted. So I just showed up, And I said, well, somebody went through all this work. I want to make sure that someone enjoys them. So I did. I enjoyed it. I took some pictures and it just was really, really nice. And then we ended the day with my son twisting his ankle and having to have it x-rayed at the end of the day. So he's hobbling today, but they said it wasn't broken, so that's a blessing. Well, hopefully, if he stays off of it and puts ice on it, it will get better. So yeah, that was my day yesterday. And then I had a library meeting after school. And then I had to go see my mom because she couldn't find her phone. And yeah, it's really hard for older people these days. We think electronics are so easy and convenient and awesome. And but electronics are not a friend to elderly people. I tried to get her to call it, like say the person's name and call the number. She can't even remember how to do that. So it's really hard. And so she couldn't find it. And we ended up finding it and making sure it was plugged in. And she keeps forgetting, like, once it's charged, you can walk around with it, but then you have to charge it again. And she just keeps forgetting how the phone works. And so it's really kind of hard, but she's about 10 minutes from me, so I can go over there and check on her and plug in her phone and try to tell her. I told her yesterday, keep it plugged in, keep the ringer on because people want to call you and they can't call you if the phone is dead, right? So yeah, so tonight we'll probably have to go and check on her again. And she's very comfortable. She has everything she needs. It's hard, with all the old, younger people running around doing this and that. Everybody has to work, and So anyway, I had a busy day yesterday. I did not want to get up this morning. So today, I think they're having coffee for us again today, but we'll see what happens. Um, so we are headed to school. It's New Hampshire. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for coming to my video. I really appreciate it. And so it is May. What's the date today? 13th. Yeah. So tomorrow is my oldest daughter's birthday. So that's the other thing. We had a birthday in the family on Sunday, Mother's Day. My second daughter, she had her first child. And so that's really exciting for them. They've been married like, is it 12 years? And this is their first child. So that's really exciting. So, so Kelly says she can, oh, Kelly says that she can relate. Her mother-in-law has the same problem. Yeah, it's hard. We're thought about getting like and she had a landline, but we figured why pay for two And so that's the other possibility. But I feel like with a landline, she might forget how to dial the numbers. So I think we just have to make do for now and try to do the best we can and go over there every day and just take it one day at a time. So yeah, that's what I was thinking as far as finding a place for my daughter for her master's to be covered somehow. So yeah, so the master's needs to maybe be paid for by someone else rather than out of your own pocket. So I don't know how people do it. Some people stay in school forever and somehow they get it paid for. And my daughter's really smart. So yeah, so we are headed to school and um, yeah, so I'm really thankful for the school that I'm at right now. And it's a pretty good situation. We also have, I'm also a library trustee. So last night we had our library trustee meeting, and we are working on trying to get things on track. We had a library director for several years in town, and she just kind of really did. We had people that were there forever, when my kids were little. And then we had a new person hired in about 7 years ago. And then we had COVID. So I think that a lot of things they were going along, but the townspeople didn't know what was going on, and some of the bookkeeping wasn't being done correctly. Went through several town managers, so we're trying to get everything kind of organized and situated, and we have to write out policies for every single part of our job as trustees and as employees, saying exactly what their jobs are. And all the while the library is there for patrons. Our library budget got cut drastically, and so there's a lot to do there, and trustees are voted on by the town, by the citizens, and we do not get paid for that job, but we hire a person to run the library who is called the director, and she does get paid, and she's there, like a regular job, but we are basically volunteers, but we are the ones in charge. So yeah, so it's really a lot right now. There is a trustee handbook that we're supposed to go by. There are laws in our state that we have to go by. And so we have to figure all that out and get this library back on track properly. So that's a lot of work. And then tonight, I'm also on the ethics committee, which is a committee for just sharing education about ethics. Like when you're on a board, what are your ethical duties? You are sworn to uphold the Constitution, first of all, and then you also have to try to not be biased in when you make decisions. So if there's anything that comes about that you would be biased about, you need to recuse yourself from that decision, stuff like that. So we're supposed to educate the boards, like the uh, selectmen, the planning board, the budget committee. We're supposed to kind of educate them as to what their ethics are, how they should think about things, and try and be unbiased for all citizens that come before the board in all decisions. So that's kind of that's not majorly involved. It's meeting and then going to educational meetings with the boards. And then I'm also, as you know, the New Hampshire state representative, which there is no meeting this week. There's no meeting this week, but we will meet next week. So that will be on Thursday. So I do go to the meetings on Thursdays, but then you also have to keep track of the bills that are going to be voted on, and they send you a list of all the bills that will be voted on for the next meeting. And then you can read through those bills, and you can, you could call up a friend or contact a friend, find out more information, ask questions, so that on voting day you're ready for the vote. You know what you're going to vote, you know what's going to happen. You're not just walking in to a brand new, you don't even know what's going to happen. We have the list given to us ahead of time. And in New Hampshire, there are over 1,000 bills this year, which is unbelievable. But they do switch out. So they take all the bills and they separate them for all the committees. And a lot of the bills get talked about by the committee and put on the consent list. So those are just like everybody agrees. So yes, we're going to pass that bill as the whole House of Representatives. And then the ones that are controversial or split votes, then those will go to the House, and then we will hear the pros and cons of that particular bill, and then we vote as a group. So it's very fascinating, and these days all of the meetings are on YouTube. That's really cool too. This last week I was in South Carolina, so I watched that Thursday meeting on YouTube. So I was able to watch it even though I wasn't there. I couldn't vote because I wasn't there, obviously, but I was able to watch it and see how everything went. So that was cool. And I didn't really want to miss, but I had to see my daughter graduate. She has gone 4 years to college in South Carolina, and she basically, did it all herself. And so we wanted to go as a family and support her. And quite a few of us went, so that was a blessing. And she had quite a little crowd. And she went to Anderson University in Anderson, South Carolina. And then as a family, we also went to an Airbnb. And we were able to stay all together in one big house, which was really nice. Much bigger than my house. And it was really fun. We had a great time. It was very quick trip. We had to drive all the way down and all the way back, but it was definitely worth it. It was a great time. And they're already planning a trip for next year. So we're looking around at Airbnbs and trying to find a place, maybe even halfway in between Georgia and New Hampshire, or maybe up this way. I don't know. The possibilities are there, So we're trying to figure that out. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get all of us together next year. Seems like a long time, a whole year, but we're going to be going down to Georgia in August, and I'm also going to be going out to see that grandbaby whenever I can figure out my ticket. It's just, I want to go, but I want to stay like 2 weeks, and I still have state house work to do. So we'll see what happens, but it's very exciting, very beautiful. Beautiful. Is it summer yet? It's May. It's not really summer, but beautiful spring day. So it's really nice, and the sky is looking good, and I think it's warming up. And my car does need an oil change. I have to remember that before it gets too long. So anyway, thank you for coming to this video. Oh, I also wanted to give a shout out to my friend Cherie before I sign off. So my friend Cherie Burlington here on YouTube. She has some amazing videos. I was sitting with her. I wish I had recorded it, but I did a video showing her wearable art on my channel, and I showed her website that she has this wearable art that is gorgeous. And I still haven't bought one, but it's high end, expensive. And so um, you can check that video out. But she also does gel printing. She's an artist. She says she's not really an artist. She says she's a kitchen designer, but she also had a pottery business where she made specialty, she calls it muse-ware, where you can like make pottery and you do special things to it to make it personal, like put people's name on it and just make it like an heirloom type thing. She had a company like that and she had to close it down in 2020. And so she's kind of regrouped her whole life and she's settled in now and she started doing this gel printing and she decided to go on to YouTube with it. And it's amazing. And her art is so beautiful. The last one that she made, she put it up yesterday. She has people saying, "Where do you sell your art?" Like, she has had people want to buy her stuff just from her videos. She's really, really talented. So you could check out her videos. I did get myself a gel plate. It's like a gel thing that you can roll the paint onto, and then you put the paper down, and you can make really fun paper with it. And you can use the paper for collages and different types of decorations. And so check out her video. Let her know that I sent you. Say Cindy, you have to say Cindy Bennett sent me because she has another friend, Cindy, too. So just tell her, hey, Cindy Bennett from YouTube sent me to watch your video. But I was sitting with her one day. We went out for lunch, I believe it was. And she's like, I think I'm going to do YouTube. I was like, do it. What's the worst that could happen? And so she did it and she got the views. And I think she's up to 6,000 subscribers already. And she's only been doing it for a few months. She's already monetized and people love her art. And she's got a really great personality as well. So check her out on YouTube. And I would really love for you to see it because it's really interesting. Fun craft. I hope to get more into it. Obviously, I have a lot of other things going on in my life, but I have done a little bit of it and it was really fun. I started making some journals, but I kind of came to a standstill because I don't know, I just didn't really like them that much. I might go back and like add some pizzazz to them. And that's the thing about that type of art, you can add to it. You start with it one way and then you can go back and redo and rework your idea until you come to something that you like. So check her out, Cherie Burlington. I'll post below the video later. And so I'm going to sign off. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.